You want to quote me? Then start writing. Here goes a poem.
If I want poetry, I'll read some Konopnicka.
In Śródmieście, the bastards went on strike. And that's something I don't like. So I grab an axe in my hand.
This is a serious story. Workers deserve some respect.
Shut the fuck up and write. I grab an axe in my hand and... Victor, give me a rhyme.
I'll solve it peacefully with no ferment.
That's a shitty rhyme.
Thank you, W.S. Mr. Niedzitz has no respect for the proletariat's struggle.
They mainly struggle with vodka in my bar.
I thought the press lived off that kind of scoop.
The press has its limitations, W.S. But we journalists at least try to make a change, unlike many others.
What was that about?
Don't worry. It's just a shitty situation. Do you want to come by for a drink? I can tell you all about it then.
Sure, lead the way. Well, speak.
W.S.? Seriously? How lame is that? Anyway, the sewers in the neighborhood were commissioned by Neumeier, but the workers just dug it all up, and now they're on strike or wandering around. And when I send my shivs after them, more flood in. Do something before I kill them all.
Maybe a friend Romek could help. They say he's a good chap.
Stop bragging about your adventures. I'm suffering here. You gave him a fat lip, and you got a life lesson. Nothing to get dramatic about.
What's in it for you? I didn't catch that.
It was going to be so great. With the sewers, people would stop pissing on my door, but they just keep digging.
Why are the workers on strike?
Neumeier, their employer, fired a few of them, so the guys got pissed and started a riot.
Maybe I could talk to them.
Be my guest. Those that were fired are hanging out in my bar and drinking. And those who still have jobs, you can find them in the southern part of the district. Follow those trenches they dug. You won't miss them.
So who is that Neumeier?
He came from Germany. Decent fellow. They say he's got some experience in that sort of enterprise.
Since when do you regard decent people?
Since the sounds of construction keep banging in my ears. The guy has an office on Poznańska Street. You'll see a sign.
I'll see what I can do.
Good. Whatever makes them go back to work. Whether you do some hocus pocus or send a demon after one of them, I don't mind. How about we come up with some buddy names for us?
No.
What do you mean, nah? But you didn't mind when some hack writer did it. Don't you worry. We'll have nicknames and that's final. Now, go and let me think.
Hey, wooer! Stop making faces and buy another round. We need to drink to Neumeier breaking his stupid face.
And where do I get the dough? Besides, I ain't a wooer.
Easy there, or you're going to pop a vein. Let's get some shots to warm us up. Although you've got your lady love for that, right?
Go fuck yourself.
What do you want? Oi, Janusz, we've got company.
Is he buying or just making a fuss?
I'm impressed with the male bonding that you apparently share. It seems so enduring, magnificent.
Oi, Janusz! Is he like making advances at us?
Too much beard for my taste. Marianic?
If he buys us vodka, we can cuddle.
Vodka, with working people. Anytime, any place, and with respect. It's on me.
In that case, all is fine and dandy, my dear friend.
Wait, Marianic, wait, it's too much. I mean, too much... manana.
What?
Who are you? Really?
I'm a Thaumaturge, Viktor Szulski.
Oh, so you're gonna enchant us? Janusz, look! I'll be a whatever.
Wait, Marian. Wasn't that dickhead Neumeier friends with the Schulski? Also a thaumaturge?
Fuck me, it was alright.
You probably mean my father.
Fuck it, what's the difference? Get the vodka and fuck off.
The things people come up with. I'll do some exploring. The telephone.
thing doesn't work. Hello? Hello? What the hell with this fucking technology?
Well, this is negotiation, so let's negotiate. You won't finish the job without us. That's the truth.
Mr. Neumeier?
Nicht jetzt. How many times do I have to tell you? This can't be done. It doesn't work like that. That's not how you do Geschäfte.
Listen, sir, we won't give up. Either you can take back the men you fired, or you can say goodbye to the workers you've got left.
You can build these sewers yourself, you lousy capitalist asshole.
Rude!
This is just gutter talk, not negotiations.
The gutter is quite fitting, actually. You're building the sewers, after all. It's a joke.
Who are you and what do you want?
I wanted to talk to you.
Zeit ist Geld. I don't have time. Neither for you nor for these negotiations. Let's go back to work.
No. Lads, the strike's still on. We're not touching the work. It's knock-off time until further notice.
Maybe now you can spare me a moment?
Not here. Follow me, please.
I bet you regret those layoffs now, don't you?
Better hair. I deal with that kind of aggression every day. I got used to it. Zeit ist Geld. What brings you here?
Why did the workers go on strike?
Sir, I fired those who drank at work and everyone suddenly went mad. Ihr Polen. I don't understand you. It's time to bring this country into the 20th century. In Germany, it's unthinkable to drink vodka at work.
So what's the story with those layoffs?
I don't like inaction. So when I set new rules and people kept drinking, I gave them an ultimatum.
And how much time did you give them to adapt to the new rules?
What do you mean? There's action and there's reaction. I set the new rules on Monday, and on Wednesday, I let them go.
What you did was stupid.
Are you standing up for these drunkards? What, are you a socialist?
That's not the point. You can't expect these people to change overnight. What do you mean by aggression?
I'm talking about that troglodyte, that Rude guy. Diesen Mistkerl.
What did you do?
He smeared my office windows with shit. Scheiße. I know it was him. I know it. I have no proof, but I know it. Can you imagine that Gestank? That stink?
I'll get going.
I had my reasons, mostly concerning work ethics, but there are always many factors involved. Es ist kompliziert. You know what it's like.
So Neumeier never tried to find a solution? German Ordnung stifles the proletariat, you might say?
That's what it looks like. And that's what we're saying.
I can see I'm not the only one who wants to talk to you. I don't like crowds. I'll come back to you later.
Do you have another joke to tell?
Not this time. I wanted to talk.
Go ahead, ask. I don't have anything to do anyway.
I wanted to know the story behind those layoffs, from your point of view.
The story. The story. Sir, this is all bullshit. That's the whole story. You know that Neumeier banned drinking at work.
He mentioned it, but he suggested it wasn't the only reason.
Well, there you go. He said it himself. The cat's out of the bag. The drinking wasn't why he fired those people.
Then what was it?
I don't care. People end up in the streets, families get deprived of their livelihoods, and that bastard plays the angel. I won't have it. None of us will work until all the boys are back.
Are you friends with Mr. Fagin?
No, but at least he's trying to cover the issue fairly. What the censorship will do with it is another story, though.
Do you know anything more about him?
Even if I knew, I wouldn't say.
I won't bother you anymore.
Have you learned anything?
Actually, I wanted to ask you myself about Neumeier.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours? Fine. Wolfgang Neumeier, born 1858, father Klaus, mother Anna, younger son, runs the local branch of his father's empire. What else? He has a reputation as a successful entrepreneur, but I don't think that's valid anymore. He eats dumplings for dinner and doesn't add sugar to his tea. Shoe size 41 and a half.
That's quite impressive.
Your turn. What do you know?
I got to an offer that Neumeier recently received. Someone wanted to buy his horse, with the charming name Bucephalus.
Right. Of course it had to be a horse. Rich people are so predictable. No offense. The city still has no sewer system, families end up in the streets, while Herr Neumeier would rather keep his purebred stallion than secure people's livelihood. That's how it will read. Can you give me that offer?
You can't put it like that. What was the man supposed to do? Sell his own possessions to save the company?
It's his company, WS. He got into debt, so he should save it. Contrary to what rich people believe, it is possible to live without a purebred stallion and champagne. Besides, this document is something more. It's leverage that the workers can use to force their demands. It's a change for the proletariat. We have to make it public, WS.
I'll think about it.
Of course you would defend one of your own kind, but remember, this is about the life of ordinary folk, those who don't eat oysters for breakfast. Come back to me if you change your mind. Have you learned anything?
Why do you keep calling me WS?
Because I want you to remember it.
I don't understand.
You'll understand.
What do you know about the workers?
Each one has a powerful personal story. They're furious and joined in solidarity. Either they come out on top, or that Rode guy will rip Neumeier apart. Anything else?
I won't take any more of your time.
If you've got anything interesting, you know where to find me.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Look, Yannick, there's a clown. You want to hear something funny? I'll tell you.
Forget it, Rude. Don't waste your breath.
No, I'll say it. My sister will end up in the street with 5 kids. penniless, and there's no way I can help her. Well, do you find it funny?
I'm sorry, I didn't know the situation was so serious.
How would you know? It's all because of that dickhead Neumeier. I'll kill that motherfucker.
Mr. Neumeier?
Yeah?
Deep in your heart, you know what's important and what the right thing to do is. It's the man that counts, not the horse.
Yeah, you're right. Meine Herren, listen to me, please. I know some bad words have been said, but I have found a solution. Your Freunde will go back to work.
Really?
Yeah. I've understood what really matters. You are the most important. Now, everyone can get back to work. Ich verspreche es.
Has he lost his mind or what?
Gentlemen, it worked. We'll start a union.
Done. The wheels are in motion. I'm accepting compliments.
I could kiss your forehead. How did you manage to do that?
It turned out Neumeier had a purebred horse. It was worth enough to re-employ all the people he had fired. So he decided to sell it.
How generous. And voluntarily, of course.
Of course.
Believe it or not, I've been quite busy myself. Listen to this. Spirit King and Phantom Prince. Or, better yet, Poet and Pilgrim. Get it?
You're the poet and I'm the pilgrim because I've traveled a lot?
You bet. And fuck that guy with his WS. So see you around, Pilgrim.
Well, well. Nothing can be kept secret from me. Since we keep following one another around, maybe we should introduce ourselves.
What are you talking about?
I've got the impression that I've caught you gents' attention. I'm curious why.
Don't you know where curiosity like that can get you?
It'll cause you nothing but trouble.
Maybe we'll meet again. Still here, gentlemen?
Please don't look for trouble.
You guys are so devoted. Is the pay worth so much hard work? Maybe it's time to fight for a raise.
I don't want to keep mucking around in this crap. Not for this kind of money. Following some spoiled brat around, standing for hours outside people's windows. And God alone knows what for. Not for this kind of money.
Wait up. I'm not gonna stand here on my own with him. Let's talk to the chief.
I had no idea about this place. I know this trace. Hello, sweet secret. I think that's everything now. So, besides father, there were two more. A candy lover and a coffee lover. Konieczkin must have had one of them in mind. Quit whining. Mr. Sweet Tooth is definitely suffer. He died before father, so he's not the one who took the grimoire. That's what I call you now. The doctor. Because you help rabbis and people the hospital is off limits to. Rebels and revolutionaries. Luckily, I know someone who matches the description. Maybe we'll find out what she needed that ammunition for. Come on, we'll be careful. Time to get some donuts at Roblitz. Is that cat and staff too?
You bet. He stirs the beer with his tail. What can I get you?
What's his name?
Pankratzy. I found him on the trash heap and he's sorta made himself at home here.
Well fed, well groomed. The happiest cat in the neighborhood.
You think? Thanks. I feed him liver. I think he likes it. He always wants more.
Yes, one donut, please.
Even if I had any, I wouldn't recommend them.
But I heard I was supposed to order a donut. Here.
It's all right, Yannick. I know him. Trouble follows you wherever you go.
Well, that makes two of us. Can we speak in private?
If I must.
Don't move a muscle.
Forgive our caution. Despite those delightful moments in the cell, I still don't trust you.
The ones who get out so quickly have friends in high places. What about you, Shulsky?
Meet Michal, and tell us, what do you actually want?
We parted in fairly unfavorable circumstances.
Forgive me, Victor, but I have no desire to reveal all my secrets to you. Can we get to the point?
I need help.
And I'll help you because I'm a nice neighborhood girl, right?
Exactly. I could sense you had a heart of gold.
Speak.
I'm giving you a chance.
You can leave us. Come, Victor. Tell me what brings you here.
So these are the famous suites. Underground combat. Are you from the PPS?
The friendly neighborhood girl threw you off?
I admit, it's a very effective cover.
Isn't it? What brings you to this sweet place?
How exactly are you going to serve the cause?
The PPS has extensive structures. Most members engage in demonstrations or meetings, underground lectures.
I know a certain woman who's keenly interested in them.
Bring her sometime.
Maybe someday.
We're part of the PPS Combat Organization. We use more radical methods.
Do you shoot as well, or just carry ammo?
Want to find out?
Is Bergrodby's cafe frequented only by your sympathizers?
No, but the name is known only by a select few.
Why did the PPS choose this particular place?
It's just one of many where we get together. The beer is drinkable here, and the boys are nice.
You stole the Dutch pomade shipment? I read about it on the train from Vienna.
We're famous, yes, that's true. But I won't tell you where it is, nor what it will be used for.
Actually, something else brings me here. What are you up to this evening?
Is that an offer, or are you just nosy?
That depends on your preference. I'll adapt.
Tonight, I am overthrowing the patriarchy. Will you join me?
I think I'll pass. Patriarchy agrees with me.
And that's exactly the problem. Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
I'm looking for a particular man. He's a doctor in the Thaumaturge. He treats people with rather radical views.
Who do you mean? Us?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Diplomatic. I'm sorry. We don't betray our comrades to anyone who asks.
So you do know one another after all.
Who knows?
How about this? I won't ask for anything else, but please, pass something on to him from me.
Are you praying to an onion?
Hush. What should I pass on to this doctor? Not bad. Not bad at all. Done.
What can you make out of that? Cough syrup?
Just pass it on to him. He'll know.
You're peculiar. Anything else?
I'll be off now.
If I get an answer from the doctor, I'll let you know. Look after yourself. Have you missed me already? I will deliver your onion, don't worry.
I'll be off now.
Too bad.
Mr. Shulsky. I've got some fresh but meanwhile, I won't bother you. All right. You seem happy. What's going on?
Saturday. That's what's going on.
I'm pretty sure today's not Saturday.
Live your life like every day was Saturday. Listen, we've got a job coming our way, just like in the good old days. You, me, and beating up some thugs. Interested? I know you are.
Tell me, what kind of action have you got coming up?
There's this guy, Kafar, from RUS. The bastard thinks he can mess with the left bank. He and his people seized one of mine, Max. Said he owed them. He got away, but there's still bad blood. I thought I might explain a thing or two to Kafar. So, shall we go there?
Why don't the shivs deal with it?
You offer an adventure to strengthen the bond in good faith, and this is how he treats you. I love my boys, and don't tell them that, but you've got to be nifty here and know some magic. Come to RUS with me.
You have my grimoire.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Come on, let's show Kafar we mean business. I won't have anyone going after my people for some imaginary debts. Look how beautiful it is. The babble of fishwives, the cursing of longshoremen, and there, marshmallows are being cut on a chopping block. Oh, and there my dad used to have a stall. Well, never mind. Where do we find that wise guy?
There, in a shack in the southeast. His people usually stand by the entrance.
Let's go then. But you go with the shivs and lock RUS so that Kafar knows this is serious. And so that none of those bastards get away.
I can't let you stick your neck out for me, boss.
Not just me. It won't be the first time we beat on some knaves with Victor.
What exactly did that Kafar do to you?
He's threatening to send his people to hurt my daughter if I don't give him back his money. I won the money fair and square, in a game of cards, but Kafar claims he was drunk, and I took advantage of that.
Don't worry. We'll sort him out for good. Go on, close the gates.
On it, boss.
Today, my dear Victor, we will embark on a sentimental journey. A long, long time ago in the Mermaid City lived a brute, the leader of 40 thieves.
grafters, keeping order at RUS.
Let me guess. We are the righteous warriors who will teach him a lesson, right?
You know it. We are some helpful bastards, aren't we?
You seem to be in awfully good mood.
Well, sure. It's just like the old days, isn't it? You and me against the world. Old pals pledged their loyalty, their voices like a sling projectile. Besides, the RUS lads are really fun to smack around. Oh wait, speak of the devil. Here they are. Let the fun begin.
What do you think you're doing? Closing the gates, kicking up a shindy? You shouldn't show up here, Nujits.
Yes, I know. You're intimidated by the sight of an intellectual. But it's time to write the first chapter of today's tale on these ruddy monks. I will call it The Pilgrim and the Poet K. Oh, Victor, that was truly exquisite. Can you smell the aroma of Madeleine wafting through the air? When you smacked the tallest one, I almost shed a tear.
And this is just chapter 1. Time for chapter 2?
Sure thing. And we can do anything we want in it. It just has to end with us paying Kafar a visit. After all, I'm on official business here. This is our time, Victor. And time is like a little partridge, running fast as fuck. We need to take advantage of that. Follow me. One scum queen awaits in a tower.
Lead the way.
Hold on, scumbags. I'm talking to you.
What did we do to deserve that kind of treatment from the authorities?
Authorities? What authority? He's just a corrupt copper.
You must have a death wish, you lice-ridden mongrel.
Lovely. Another one to be made into mincemeat. Let's go, Victor. Although, upon careful consideration, the process won't help much in this case.
Oi, let me just... Get out of here, bastards!
Unfortunately, that's impossible. You see, my friend and I have embarked on a sentimental journey.
That's right. It takes us to our old stamping grounds. And we're having fun, just like we did in our childhood days.
That crap makes my ears bleed.
Let's not waste words, Victor. It's time to do the laundry. Chapter 2, The Pilgrim and the Poet Saw.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here. There's something odd nearby.
What are you joshing for? Niedzic, this ain't your turf. Why the hell did you come here raising a stink?
Get out of our way, plebeian.
Wait, Abauritze. Take a look at him. Doesn't he look like...
Samson the Thug! The same beady eyes are straying in search of reason.
What did you say?
You look like a hothead from way back who stood in our way. Shall we do the same as we did with the other one?
We're from the Franciscan Sisters to see the Honorable Mr. Kafar, whose generosity is widely known on both sides of the Vistula. We're collecting money for a wooden figure of Christ by the puppet maker Geppetto. We're going to raise money together once his oak limbs come to life.
What? Is there such a puppet maker?
Fuck, I can't keep my countenance like I used to. You can't talk to this idiot.
I'll get you for this.
Kafar, you fucker.
Niedzic, you snitch. You always drop in unannounced.
Did you hear that? A loan shark calls me a snitch? The scumbag. Next time, I'll send you a note. I want you to stay the fuck away from my people, especially Max.
And what are you going to do? I've got a reputation here. You'd best shut your trap and bark up a different tree.
He's going to get his trap smacked. Let's get him.
Listen, maybe this time we can use our heads. As it happens, Kafar has a small intoxicating secret.
What do you mean? We're not going to shoot the scumbag? Then our sentimental journey won't be complete, and I will have to rewrite the final chapter.
Kafar is afraid that his sugar smuggling will be exposed. He does it behind the manager's back.
You've really impressed me now, Victor. Well, magic, bitch. You're not so tough now, are you?
And who's going to believe you, fancy boy? Get out of here.
So how about we fuck him up?
So what's your version of the story?
Who cares? I didn't take you to have a conversation with him.
The darkest place is under the candle. Your Max nicked something important from me to sell it himself.
Sugar?
How?
Never mind.
Yeah, Max wanted to sell right under Niedzic's nose. By getting square with him, I'm doing you a favor.
Shut your trap! Victor, I'm getting impatient.
Let me show you one more trick. Chapter 3. You can see yourself in an expensive frock coat, surrounded by stall keepers who show you favor and respect. They stare at you like dogs. How delusive it is. One word about your sugar, and it all bursts like a bubble. You've got nothing. Humiliated, defeated, you rot in oblivion.
It's all lost. No! So many years of effort, kissing the manager's ass, squabbling with those bastards from Rozhitz. I can't make it in jail.
Unless?
All right, Mr. Niedzic. Whatever you want. I've already forgotten about Max. All squared up?
I think we can work it out. Well, this is what I call a happy ending. We beat up a few thugs, and we taught them a lesson. Well, if that was an evil deed, then the Tsarist government would have arranged Warsaw differently. The loan shark is defeated, and justice prevails eventually. Although I hope we would shoot him. But the magic tricks are fine, too.
I wish I had been able to do all that magic stuff 15 years ago.
Do you think that if you had charmed Setsemin back then, Satanisław wouldn't have sent you away?
I'm sure Father would have plagued me in 1,000 different ways. But maybe he wouldn't have sent me away.
But if you hadn't gone, you wouldn't be the Thaumaturge you are now. Damn it, Victor, I wouldn't be myself either. You better tell me why it was my dad who swung for it, not us. Honestly. We came back, Satanisław took you into his office for questioning, and then what?
Father never raised his voice. I wished he had screamed and been mad at the time, but all he did was talk. From time to time, Balberit would show up and look at me. I thought I would die that day. Then I heard your father would answer for the loan shark's death, and you and I would get away with it. Stanisław told me to pack and take this gun with me, to remind me that it wasn't just the lone shark who lost his life that day.
Right. My dad would rot in jail, and yours had to sell antiques.
You don't know everything. My father was forced to let one rat inside his home. Ivan Konieczkin.
No shit. Stanisław snitched to the Ochrana? That's tough. Do you think your old man was right to expel you?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. In another life.
Right. And now that Stanisław is pushing up daisies, it doesn't matter anymore. Never mind. Each of us had his share of suffering. And now, we're here drinking vodka as winners. Kings of life, lords of death.
What are you going to do about Max?
Nothing pleasant, that's all I can promise. He wanted to pull a fast one on me, but it ain't gonna happen.
I have to admit that this is some quality vodka.
Agreed. It burns the throat like the urge to sing sonnets. It hits the head like inspiration.
Where did you get it?
Tastes like Różycka. You know, the booze from the butcher's shop.
I know, so it's kosher.
Victor, what do you think about me? Really?
I think you're my friend.
What? You still trust me even after I had you kidnapped? Are you an idiot? I'm kidding. I'd follow you into a fire, brother. But don't tell it to my lads or they'll get jealous. But enough talking for now. Let's drink. To friendship, Victor. To being squared up.